Many, money, more. How many blessings I can have my door? Many, money, more. How many blessings I can have my door?
Peace, fam, peace, people. It's your boy, the man, the wonder, the incredible, the intuitive, the intellectual, the humble. TK Soul, TK the man, TK the wonder. Today, I got a little something special for y'all. We're gonna react to a little couple clips. You know what I'm saying? Open your mind, open your perspective. Before we get into this, roll up, pull up, whatever you gotta do to digest whatever we about to see. You know what I'm saying? Keep an open mind and let's build. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. You know what I'm saying? We got a clip from Bro, right? So one of the things I've been touching on recently has been the indigenous population of America and how there is a part in history that's not been talked about. There is a people that's been erased from history, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, well, you might figure a little something out today. So let's check out the first clip. My boy's name is the Americist. You know what I'm saying? He calls people the Black Americans. But let's get into it.
Black people, Native, Indigenous, Hebrew people, Americans. It's time to get your land back. It's time to fight back. No more running, no more hiding. The best way is to get all the information you can now. Start recording, researching, and writing down everything you can about your families, about your lineage. Find everything you can. Talk to every possible family member. It's time. Me and Tassim, you know Tassim Bazilla, we're gonna start a website. We're gonna call it the National Library Archive of Tamerica, and we're gonna allow you to upload your family history, whatever you want to share, proving that you are who you are. So get ready.
Oh God. But yeah, so there's been a lot of names that I've heard for this subject of who these people are, who we are. So one of them would be Tamericans. Then you have the indigenous name of tribes that's been forgotten, or the ones that still stand to this day. And you have some people that say the Moorish people built a lot of the ancient structures. What's going on, boss? You know, yeah. So with that, let's get into the next clip. Just food for thought. You know, let me know what your thoughts are as far as who the people are. Like you said before, the Hebrews, some of that lost tribe. So yeah. Next clip. All right, let's check this out. This is from Mr. Dedicated. You know what I'm saying? On TikTok. I gotta shout out everybody before we watch the video. Mr. Dedicated, appreciate you. Thank you for what you bring into the world. Let's see what you're talking about.
Many people don't want to acknowledge that the black community are the chosen people because let's get deep into this. Because in reality, they have the knowledge that most people don't have. Like, the only reason why people know how to farm is because of the black community. The only reason why we have the music that we have today is because of the black community. There wouldn't be no rock or metal if it wasn't for blues and jazz. There wouldn't be pop music if it wasn't for disco. A lot of these subjects he's bringing up, we're actually going to touch on in future videos. There's a lot of things that they created that white people never did.
How's that?
White people really don't have that deep of knowledge. It's either stolen ideas or they're bought. Let's be real. What did white people really invent? You could say Tesla from Elon Musk, but he didn't make that. It was a stolen idea. If you go read what he did, he literally stole the whole business. You could say Trump, but what did Trump do? Stolen ideas, copy.
All right, so look, we're gonna stop it there, right? Because he goes in for a little minute. I want to get some more clips in this mug, but I'm not gonna lie, bruh. Do your research. Look into like where a lot of these technologies we use today, where they originated from. You know what I'm saying? But it's not even a well, for me, it's not really a race thing. It's more so bringing things to light so that everyone can walk in truth. You know what I'm saying? Because right now everyone's walking on half truths, and half truth is a lie. You dig what I'm saying? So even if they give us half the story, that ain't the truth, fam. You lying. A half truth is a lie, fam. But yeah. So let's get into the next one. Also, bruh, do your research. Like, a lot of people bring up Rome, Greece. But the ones who, after the place was fallen, it's written in history that North Africans, aka Moors, came through, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, they got everything turned up. You know what I'm saying? They had civilization turning up. They had architecture booming, agriculture booming, arts booming. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying. And then you look at the first rulers of Europe, Moorish kings. I'm just saying. But yeah, let's go on to the next one, man. This is also an interesting perspective. I like to hear a lot of what our elders have to say about history, because we know that a lot of them experienced it, and they had a different curriculum growing up. And when I say curriculum, they didn't have the modern day. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about those who are like 80, 90 up. Yeah. So let's check out what Mom got to say. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty long. We might stay for the whole thing. Might not, but let's go.
I saw a video where somebody was saying that back in the days, if you was called black, then that was like a derogatory.
It was. You can call me black. You can call me Afro-American. You can call me nigger. You can call me Negro.
Right.
You couldn't call me color.
Right.
Because I said everybody got color.
Right.
But how you gonna call me color? I'm a human being.
Right.
And you address me as a human being.
Right.
I'm a child of the king.
Right.
That's what tells me. And I said, you're gonna address me accordingly.
Yeah, I definitely.
I feel like them
I
old
don't
heads
know.
had an innate knowledge of language. Like it was something that you didn't have to teach them. Because she said something simple. I'm a human being.
I don't. I put Yamasi up there. I don't.
I'm not black. I'm not a Negro. I'm not none of that other stuff. I'm a human being.
Right.
And in law, if you
Right.
admit to being those things,
That's where
you don't have the rights, fam. But we'll get into that another day too.
Right.
But that's what I believe.
Right.
And that's what you don't call me nothing else but that.
So I remember Love, because Love was saying,
I'm yapping like a bear.
I had a I always go into arguments with people online. They was like, "You came from Africa." I said, "No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't coming from Africa." I say, I have the line. It's lined up of, I can tell you where I came from. I don't care about your DNA test and what you're talking about, because DNA is just a genetic thing. That's all that's about.
I refuse to take one of those tests.
Right.
I refuse. Because
I didn't want to pause it because I didn't want to edit it. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. But
Right.
I got some Chat GPT for
Right.
your ass. Like, I don't
Right.
rely on Chat GPT.
Right.
But I vividly asked it, where do you get your information from? And it told me
Right.
from wherever it was, you know what I'm saying? What's on, like,
Right.
whatever's on the internet. And, basically the knowledge that we have
Right.
as far as what we've collected as humanity, okay? So,
Right.
and I asked it to think for itself and tell me what it felt
Right.
about certain subjects relating to this. Damn.
Right.
What it thought about certain subjects relating to this.
Right.
So the women
Yeah.
who told their children about how we did their daddy
Right.
and helped them to hate,
Right.
you know? And it took 5 nations to come together to take this land.
Oh, okay.
5 nations. 1 nation did this.
Right.
They had to get the Africans.
Right.
They had to get the Mongolians. I'm not pronouncing it right. You don't know.
No, it's Mongolian. No, you pronouncing it right.
And they had to get the Asians.
Right.
they had to get the Middle East,
Right.
and the Caucasian was the last, Europe was the last one to come.
Right.
And they all had to come together to beat us.
Right.
So that one nation could beat us.
Right.
We was great warriors.
Right.
We was great warriors. And we was great builders. We did everything. And we was here in this country.
Right.
Before anybody. Because God gave us this land.
Right.
He said, I'm giving y'all this land. But if you allow other people to come in, he called them foreigners.
Right.
And he said, I'm going to let the foreigners come in and leave.
Right.
Ooh, I'm about to cook. She said it took 5 nations to conquer America, right? When you think about it, after America was founded in 1770, whatever, that's when the rest of the world finally made a boom in their infrastructure and their, well, no, I wouldn't say infrastructure, but technologically and industrially. You feel what I'm saying? So now it got me thinking, like, if you look into how many aircraft carriers we had enough to gift other countries. But I'm just thinking, bro, like, maybe the American spirit was just that strong. And we know what American spirit is, but bro, I'm just saying, it's some questions that gotta be answered, bro, and we gonna dig into it. Best believe. Stick in. If you still here, bro, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree with some of the stuff I'm saying. Let me know what y'all think so I can mention it and build on the conversation as well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, on to the next clip. One more time. And I'm not going to harp on this subject. I'm going to be touched on a bunch of different subjects. But I think this one is integral for me to touch on because a lot of people that I talk to don't know about this. So yeah, tap in. Do your research.
Tag your favorite pretendian.
It was a shocking discovery. Today's Native Americans were not the first Americans. Okay, that's going to be a little radical. Instead, they left Central Asia and arrived in the Americas in the early AD era. So what people group did they come from? Well, who are their ancestors? And what is their story? Could they be linked to Europeans? Well, you're going to tune in to find out in this episode 15 with Dr. Nathaniel Jensen from Answers in Genesis. I'm Ken Ham, CEO of Answers in Genesis, Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter. And it's great to have Dr. Jensen doing this particular research.
They're not who we think they are. They're Central Asians, emphasizing one of the points that I promised early on in this series. In episode 11, we looked at a revolution in pre-Columbian history. Even in mainstream archeology,
if you can't find
stereotypes
some of these pre-Columbian things, ask ChatGPT. But be really specific.
Even as we speak in mainstream science. And today we want to look at the ancient Native American connection to modern Europe. And to think about why Native Americans would leave Central Asia, let's deal with something more familiar. Let's think in today's terms why people might leave ancestral homelands. And there's many often sad examples we can think of in today's world. What comes to my mind is the refugee crisis. So could any of these explanations have applied historically to this question of today's Native Americans? Is there anything in history that might indicate and give us a clue as to why these people in the early AD era left their ancestral homelands in Asia and came across the Bering Strait? So let's turn our attention now to this region of history. And because so much of East Asian, Siberian, Central Asian history is unfamiliar, I want to give us some helpful handles by which to anchor our thinking by just moving the map a little bit further west, the other side of Eurasia.
100 American. I know y'all can see it, but I still gotta say it.
Just because there's a lot of shared history and overlap between these two continents, and sometimes dividing them is a little bit arbitrary. Well, in the era of 250 to 800 AD, there's something very significant happening in Europe. Around the time of Christ, AD 1, AD 30, it was the Roman Empire that was ruling much of Europe. And around the 400s, 500s AD, after the Western and Eastern Roman Empires split up, the Western Roman Empire fell due to invasions from so-called Germanic barbarians. Some of these appear to be indigenous Europeans. We'll discuss them more when we talk about what happened to the Vikings in a future episode. But some of them were Central Asian, like the Huns, shown here by this green arrow. So on the other side of the map, the western side of the map, there was tremendous civil unrest, invasions, warfare happening in the Roman Empire. So that's what's happening on the left side. On the right side of the map, the Asian side of the map, you might recall from episode 9 when we discussed Chinese history, that we can summarize East Asian history, at least Chinese history, by a long series of Chinese dynasties that undergo periodic interruptions, usually due to invaders from the north. They're protected geographically in the west, the south, the east. It's the north where they build the Great Wall to try to keep these people out. Well, they can breach these defenses occasionally. And one of the major episodes, which at least one history book calls the Age of Division, happens exactly during this time period. The dynasty that precedes this, the end of it, is the Han Dynasty, around 200 to 20 AD, and there's all sorts of unrest in China, division, and so forth. There's barbarians who rule in northern China, and they don't get thrown out until the late 500s, early 600s AD by the Sui Dynasty. So,
all right. With that being said, man, I take everything as a sign. My dog making hella noise. My phone probably about to die. So yeah, man, thank y'all for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure y'all keep the love up, keep it going, keep it flowing. You know what I'm saying? And remember, love somebody. You did what I'm saying? I'll be out.
Say, what's the deal, baby? Say, I've been working, I've been tearing out that field, baby. Just do it yourself, they don't know how you feeling, baby. It's harder than a bitch, you know I'm bringing chill, baby. Can't take the heat and get the fuck up out the kitchen. Should've joined the team, you don't notice what you missing. Try to get your attention at first and you did not notice. Then I turned to me and made it happen, hocus pocus. Coming like a genie, better be careful what you wish for.